The last piece of this chapter talks about consortia, which is kind of using the power of teams for the procurement process. So first we need to know, what does purchasing consortia mean? So when a set of companies in a certain sector, let's say a set of manufacturers, work together in order to find the best suppliers for those companies, so they are creating or making a kind of purchasing consortia. So it's a kind of collaborative purchasing, and it doesn't matter. It could be used for a public or private sector organization. And there are certain goals for purchasing consortia to deliver a wider range of services. When we collaborate with other companies that have the same things that they need the same things that we also need them, so we will be able to find better suppliers, and we will be able to extend our needs so that we will have a wider range of services. And it will be able to provide at a lower cost, because when accumulating and we are using our expertise and negotiation power, we'll be able to reduce the price and reduce the cost. Through the price reduction, through higher volume of spend, yes, because we're consolidating or accumulating our needs, administrative efficiencies, so we are using our expertise, and product and service standardization. So if we work together in order to define a platform for the product, so that that platform is the standard for all of the companies who are in the purchasing consortia, so it will benefit all of us, because we don't need customization. When we don't need customization, the total price would be reduced. Improved supplier management capabilities. So we will look for the best one that has a strong management abilities and specialization or staff. So as a result, they will provide us much better services. And what's the final goal? The final goal is make customer happy. So we need to make sure that customer service is also in a proper level when we go for a purchasing consortia using a supplier. To make use of the power of procurement consortia, we need to make sure that we are following certain success factors. The first one, we have to make sure that using such purchasing consortia will reduce the total cost for all the member of consortium. So we need to make sure that we have lower prices, higher quality, and better services. If we are not going to achieve to those goals, it looks that we are not uh, conducting a powerful, successful consortia. Second point is elimination and avoidance of real and perceived violation of antitrust regulation. So what is antitrust regulation? In economies, governments or organizations or either different levels, they are trying to create a kind of competitive environment, and they have certain rules and regulations to make sure that companies are working properly together in order to have competition. As a result of competition, customer will receive better services and reduce cost. So it looks that having procurement consortia is against antitrust regulation, because rivals are working together in order to receive better supply. But if the members of consortia work properly together, they will be eliminate those doubts that they are not um, providing proper services to customers. So it's very important that they eliminate and avoid such doubts and concerns. The next one is install sufficient safeguard to avoid real and perceived threats concerning disclosure of confidential and proprietary information. What does it mean? So let's say you're Toyota, there is another company, Ford, there is another company, Honda, and so many other companies. All of you, you're looking for proper engine supplier, for example, but you have some secrets for your company. You don't want to share them. So if you're looking for a supplier, you need to make sure that the secrets of your company, which are your design, are not revealed to others. So that's a very important factor for a successful and continuous work with the members of consortia. We also need to make sure that we have a mutual and equitable sharing of risk, cost, and benefits to all stakeholders, including buying firms, members of the consortia, suppliers, customers, and whoever is involved in such supply chain. Because, when you push so much pressure on suppliers, over the long term, suppliers could be a loser because they're not getting so much benefit. And if you lose those supplier, it looks that you're losing one of the strategic members in your supply chain. So it's very important to make sure that everybody is benefiting in this process. Maintaining a high degree of trust and professionalism. So uh, you need to make sure everybody is contributing properly and everybody knows their roles and responsibility. And maintaining a strong similarity among consortium members and compatibility of needs, capabilities, philosophies and corporate cultures. If, if, for example, one of the members of consortia is looking for diversification of products, you're looking for cost reduction, it's a kind of contradiction and conflict, so it could create some problems when you're looking for similar suppliers. So you need to make sure that all of these challenges are reduced by having similar approaches, similar needs, and similar requirements. So these are the key success factors for a procurement consortium.